Folks, today was wild in Warriors land. Signed a new free agent, trying to get a home run trade. Signed 2 assistant coaches. Steph talked about Klay. So did Draymond. And we have a whole new offseason outlook. This is what we've been using for all the past couple months. Well, now it's turned to this one. Our new starting 5. New reserves. What's the updated salary and exceptions? This is what we'll be using moving forward. Of course, this will change. Randy Silver here, Warriors Digest. We're going to break down everything for you on this episode. This is your free agency day 3 recap. And then each specific signing, trade option, coaches, we're going to have more detailed videos. So if you want all this, do not miss any episode. Go ahead and subscribe to Warriors Digest. 14% of you are. We'll break it all down for you individually. And again, I see all your comments. Thank you for all the support and loving these daily videos, hourly videos. I'm going to keep you updated, folks. Here we go. So the biggest news, since we don't have Klay anymore, the Warriors are going all in on Lauri Markkanen. Based on what I've heard, the Warriors' #1 target is now Markkanen, per Monty Poole. Sources tell me the Warriors are hesitant to give up 4 first-round picks, Kuminga and Moody, for Markkanen, which is why they would like to find a third team. Talks are going well, but they need that third team. 4 first-round picks. It's way too much. Plus Kuminga and Moody, you're giving up the future. You're giving up the present for a player. You're going to have no depth. So again, if you go back to this team right here, your starting 5 would be Steph, Brandon, Wiggins, Lowry, and Draymond. Excuse me. Then you have Kyle Anderson, just signed, coming off the bench. Trace Jackson-Davis, Looney, GP2, and Melton. Plus Waters we got. It's not enough. That's not going to win you a championship. And if he doesn't want to sign with us and it's a 1-year rental and he walks away and you lose 4 first rounds, it's too much. The Warriors brass think Kuminga is a future all-star, all-pro player. Moody has that potential if he gets the time. And 4 first-rounders, it's too much. That's why you need, hopefully, a third team to come in. And we're going to do a full video breaking this down. We've done this a little bit, so stay on the lookout for that. But if we can get him and keep Kuminga, it's a win for the Warriors. Jazz, also talking to potentially the Wolves, Kings. We know Spurs are in it as well. Fierce competition. Maybe there's a 3-way trade with one of those teams. Probably not, because they want Markkanen. So be on the lookout for that, and we'll keep you updated. But what we do have for you is this. We signed Kyle Anderson right here. The Warriors signed Kyle Anderson to a 3-year, $27 million contract. Sources confirm ESPN. The 3rd year of the deal is non-guaranteed. He fits into the just created Klay Thompson taxpayer exception is essentially the return of Thompson's departure. He's taller than Klay, does not shoot as good as Klay, probably a better defender at this point than Klay. So, is it a like-for-like replacement? No, but we got someone who's a proven veteran in the NBA who can come in and help. So, if you don't know who Kyle Anderson is, quickly, again, we're going to do a full breakdown of this. 6'9" out of UCLA, 30 years old. Round 1 pick number 30 with San Antonio, so played in the Popovich for quite a while. We look at his stats. San Antonio 4 years, Memphis for 4 years, Minnesota for 2 years. Solid player, average double-digit points 1 year. He's not going to make a bunch of 3 points. He does hang out around the line, but he's a slasher, diver. Look at those rebounds. He's getting almost 6 rebounds a game from the guard position, small forward position, which is good. So if we go back here, again, as a reserve, he's probably playing behind Wiggins, can maybe play a little bit behind Kuminga. Not the biggest body in there, but he's in that 3-4 position to help. Gives us depth, gives us someone who can score. Another guard forward type. So you got Waters, you got Anderson. Now you got potentially, again, if they keep Moody, Kuminga, Melton, Payton, we're a guard-heavy team. And I see a lot of comments of people are like, I don't like this. I want big men. I feel like there has to be a big man we're going to get. There needs to be somebody, enforcer we can get in a free agency. And if we look again at the reserves, we have $168 million committed salary. Tax threshold 170. First apron 178. So we can go get a couple more people. And ideally, it's a big person in the paint. So again, here's his stats coming to the Warriors. In addition, beyond getting Kyle Anderson, the Warriors are planning to hire Terry Stotts as the lead assistant coach and Jerry Stackhouse as an assistant. Both come to Steve Kerr's staff with significant head coaching experience. Love that. Kenny Atkinson, lead assistant. Love ya. Bye. He's going to Cleveland Cavaliers, 5-year deal. Before that, it was Mike Brown, lead assistant. Sacramento Kings. So if you're a lead assistant in this role, it proves that you can work your way to being an NBA head coach or become an NBA head coach again. Stouts, proven veteran, did a great job with Portland, could never get over the hump due to the Warriors. And Stackhouse, a very great player in the NBA, all-star multiple times, and has done a great job with development. So if we look at Stouts really quick, look at his coaching pedigree. Worked his way up, assistant for quite a while, became a head coach of the Hawks, the Bucks, and what he's most known for, basically the decade with the Trailblazers, with Damian Lillard, making that team a perennial powerhouse in the West. Just could never get over the hump with the Warriors right there. San Antonio was right there for them too. But he's a very solid coach, known for player development, known for his X's and O's on the court. Towards the end of his time with Portland, kind of got but he is a good coach. He can come in and help develop these young players and get the best out of our current veterans. Jerry Stackhouse, as a player, look at what he did. He played with a lot of different teams, never played with the Warriors, but really well known for his time with Dallas, what he did there, and what he did early in his career with the Pistons and the Sixers. As a coach, Raptors, he was assistant in the then went down to the G League to coach their 905. Grizzlies assistant and has been the head coach at Vanderbilt. So going back into the NBA. And I can tell you when he was with 905 that apparently his schemes were very isolated, but he was a big reason for the development of guys like Norm, Siakam, Van Vliet. So he was a good development coach. We're not going to use his schemes then if it's isolated as we have motion offense with the Warriors, but be able to develop the young players such as Post, not really his position to develop, but use his experience to help out. Obviously, you got Waters, make him a better shooter guard. Santos, make him a better shooter guard. Moody, Kuminga, Melton, Payton. So I think he's going to be a big help for those Warriors in getting the best out of these players. But we need another superstar or star next to Curry. But if you don't get that, how do you get the most out of the team you have? His career highlights, 2-time All-Star, All-Rookie first team. So again, I did mention Brandon. Helps out Brandon a lot there too. Look at his college highlights as a coach. SEC Coach of the Year, D-League Coach of the Year, D-League Champion. Dude's a serial winner, perennial winner. And what are the Warriors? Perennial winners as well. Big time, big time. Draymond Green. So now we're going to change subjects for a second. Draymond Green put out Draymond Green show, and he said for Paul George was gonna come to the Warriors. We wanted Paul George to come to the Warriors. The Clippers didn't really want to play ball, didn't want to help him get where he wanted to go, so in turn they get nothing back. That's big. And again, if Klay was done with the Warriors, this is a big reason why. No respect factor. You're gonna bring in Paul George but not sign me and give him a fat contract? I can understand that. Again, the Warriors, the rumors were in some combination of Kuminga, Moody, Wiggins would have to be give up. Chris Paul's contract comes in and draft picks. So apparently there's interest there, but not from the Clippers. Draymond Green also admitted he almost signed with Memphis last year. I called Klay and I called Steph on separate calls and Steve Kerr. I was just telling them like, yo, I'm leaving. I'm going to Memphis. And then he got 4 years, $100 million. I'm sure Warriors fans, that will make some of you happy he stayed, and you very frustrated. But again, just going back to the Paul George news, we didn't get him. And the Warriors tried. And a lot of you are out there saying, Dunleavy, bad GM. He tried. He swung for the fences. Didn't happen there. You can't blame him. And if they were asking for way too much, you don't give up 4 first rounds for Markkanen. You don't give up 4 first rounds for Paul George. Speaking of Steph and Klay didn't want Steph's help. Thompson asked Curry not to use his influence within the Warriors org to keep him, which I love that. And what did he say per Slater? It's been a layered 5-year path to this divorce, splintering last season, sprouting earlier and finalizing the last couple weeks, where among the conversations Thompson had league sources said, was a request of Stephen Curry not to exert his significant organizational influence and up the temperature with management to ensure Thompson's return. Curry's measured voice even didn't alter the outcome, wouldn't change the genuineness of Joe Lacob and the front office's true desire to have Thompson back. Long story short, Klay did not want Curry to exude his influence to get Klay back and say, hey, trade me if you don't bring Klay back. Give Klay this money or I want to trade. Hey, Joe, for me, bring back Klay. Whatever that may be, that variation, Klay said don't do it. It's got to be genuine from the Warriors. And they did not give Klay what he wanted, and he walked. So I respect Klay doing that. And again, some of you are saying, why did he not come back for a discount, everything? It's a fair question. But we reported earlier today, he told Richard Jefferson, as Jefferson said, tell them to pay me. They offered him 2 years, $48 million. He took 3 years, $52 million with the Mavs, 17 per year, $7 million less. Steph Curry posted this on his IG. Gonna miss you, Klay Thompson. Even though we won't finish the journey together, what we did will never be done again. Couldn't have imagined a better run with you and Draymond Green. Changed the whole Bay Area. Changed the way the game is played. Killer Klay at the center of it all. Thank you for everything, bro. Go enjoy playing basketball and doing what you do. Splash Bros for life, my guy. Classy, expect nothing less out of Steph Curry. And then he posted 30 photos with Klay throughout the years of them together and other people. Very classy. When the Warriors and Mavs play, I think that could be on Christmas Day in Golden State. Mavs are playing against Golden State. That would be wild. Or a big holiday, MLK Day, something like that. So that's your big recap of Free Agency Day 3. Kyle Anderson signed. Lauri Markkanen, trying to get him. Jerry Stackhouse, Terry Stouts signed as assistant coaches. Draymond says Paul George was in the works, didn't happen. And Steph said goodbye to Klay. Again, if you want to get individual news on all this, we're going to do full breakdowns on all of it coming the next couple days. Subscribe to Warriors Digest. You don't miss any of it. If you have any questions, comments, put them down there. Let's debate. Let's talk. And again, thank you for all the feedback, y'all. Glad you're loving this. I'm here for you. Out.